headlines of this bulletin. The online and offline conference to publicize Politburo Resolution number 06 on planning, building, managing, and sustainably developing Vietnamese cities to 2030, vision to 2045. Deputy Minister of Transport and leaders of administration's general departments, Mỹ Thuận Project Management Board, inspected the implementation of Châu Đốc Cần Thơ Hậu Giang Expressway. The launch of the project entitled Zero Waste to Mekong River Pilot Circular Economic Model for Floating Markets in Cần Thơ, sponsored by Dow Chemical Limited Liability Company.
Hello, and it's good to see you back here in this edition of Continuous and Top News today. On May 18th morning, the party central office organized the online and offline conference to publicize Politburo Resolution number 06 on planning, building, managing, and sustainably developing Vietnamese cities to 2030, vision to 2045. Chairing the conference were standing member of the Secretariat Võ Văn Thưởng, Politburo member come head of the Central Economic Committee Trần Tuấn Anh, and other members of the party Central Secretariat. Attending the conference in Cần Thơ City were party central member come Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee Lưu Quang Mạnh and other leaders of the Municipal Party Committee and People's Committee.
Delegates were reported the main contents of Central Resolution number 06, which aims to raise awareness and create consensus among party members and people in planning, building, managing, and sustainably developing Vietnamese cities until 2030, vision to 2045. At the conference, there were speeches presented by leaders of 6 ministries and 9 localities, including Cần Thơ City. Under these speeches, there is a need to scrutinize, penetrate, and publicize major tasks depending on real local situations.
Also on May 18th morning in Hanoi, the Bank for Social Policies, in combination with the governmental office and ministry sectors, convened the National Oil Meeting to publicize credit policies following governmental resolution number 11 dated January 30, 2022. Party Central Secretary cum Deputy Prime Minister Lê Minh Khái came to attend and delivered guidance at the meeting. Attending the meeting in Cần Thơ City was Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện.
Right after the enactment of Resolution number 11 on the program of recovering and developing social economy and National Assembly Resolution number 43, 2022 on the monetary fiscal policy, the Bank for Social Policies has rapidly organized the implementation. Specifically, it has built the project of publishing bonds at the value of 20,400 billion Vietnam dong. Bonds of the Bank for Social Policies worth 2,600 billion have been published until now. At the same time, it completed defining the demand for a low-interest loan as one of its policies to be submitted to the government for approval.
Deputy Minister of Transport Lê Tuấn and leaders of administration, general departments, Mỹ Thuận Project Management Board on May 18th morning came to inspect the implementation of Châu Đốc Cần Thơ Hậu Giang Expressway. Accompanying the working group was standing Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Dương Tấn Hiển and leaders of 3 branches of An Giang, Hậu Giang, and Sóc Trăng.
The Châu Đốc Cần Thơ Sóc Trăng Expressway, invested by the Transport Ministry, has a length of over 188 kilometers in the first phase and a speed of 80 kilometers an hour, an expected cost of over 44,000 billion Vietnam dong. It is divided into components and then assigned to local authorities. Specifically, the first component of the project has a length of more than 57 kilometers, running from Châu Đốc City of An Giang Province to Vĩnh Thạnh Suburban District of Cần Thơ City. The second one runs from Vĩnh Thạnh to Thời Suburban District of Cần Thơ City at a length of over 37 kilometers. The third one runs from Châu Thành A to Phụng Hiệp Townships of Hậu Giang Province at a length of over 36 kilometers, and the fourth one runs from Phụng Hiệp Township of Hậu Giang Province to Trần Đề Township of Sóc Trăng Province. From measures that have been adopted, on May 18th morning, the mission group had a fact-finding trip to some locations on the National Highway 61C to prepare for planting landmarks. Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Ngọc Hè, he just come to attend the handover of the project of building Thời retaining dike in Thời Thành commune, Thời suburban district. The retaining dike is built at the confluence of Omom River and Raja Canal in Thời Thành commune of Thời suburban district and is invested at a construction cost of more than 50 billion Vietnam dong earmarked from the budget, and has been built since mid-2020. The whole length of the retaining dike is nearly 800 meters, 2.7 meters high. The dike is reinforced by steel and is added with traffic light system and water collection and drainage system. After a type of focus on construction, the project has been completed. After the fact-finding trip, Vice Chairman Nguyễn Ngọc Hè highly valued efforts made by the construction unit for completing the project as scheduled.
On May 18th morning in Cần Thơ City, the emulation cluster number 10 of the student Sông Hậu, including the Association of the Elderly of Cần Thơ City, Cà Mau, Hậu Giang, Bạc Liêu, Sóc Trăng, Kiên Giang, and An Giang provinces, signed the emulation treaty entitled Old Age Bright Examples. The signing of the emulation treaty aims to accelerate the completion of major tasks in 2022 and is launched by Vietnam Association of the Elderly.
Delivering a speech at the meeting, Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện stated that in the past years, the associations of the elderly at all levels, also members of the emulation cluster number 10 and Cần Thơ City alike, have made lots of efforts and gained very significant results in caring for the elderly, most outstandingly results gained in the annual action month for the elderly. Besides, the associations of the elderly at all levels created conditions to promote the roles of the elderly. The participation of tens of thousands of the elderly in building the party authority, protecting political security, social safety order, and doing good business has greatly contributed to the common development of the locality. This year, Vietnam Association of the Elderly assigns Cần Thơ City Association of the Elderly to be the head of the emulation cluster number 10. The emulation treaty signed at the meeting consists of studying, penetrating, disseminating the resolution of the 6th Congress, regulations of Vietnam Association of the Elderly, building strong association, improving quality and promoting roles of the elderly in building the party authority and grassroots political system. Vice Chairman of Vietnam Association of the Elderly Phan Văn Hùng suggested that emulation cluster number 10 penetrate the contents of the resolution of the 8th Congress of the Association of the Elderly for 2021-2026 term to heighten awareness and operations of the association and continue building stronger and stronger association.
On May 18th morning, Cần Thơ City's Natural Resources and Environment Department, Cà Răng Urban District People's Committee, the Center for Support and Green Development, jointly organized the launch of the project entitled Zero Waste to Mekong River, Pilot Circular Economy Model for Floating Markets in Cần Thơ. The project is sponsored by Dow Chemical Limited Liability Company.
The project Zero Waste to Mekong River, conducted in Cùng Sơn tourist area and Cà Răng floating markets, aims at boosting the circular economy, reduce waste from rivers into the sea, and create behavioral change in waste management for local communities living on the river, promoting the collection, classification, reuse, and recycling of waste. This will maximize the product's life and minimize the negative impact of waste on the environment in Cà Răng floating market and Cùng Sơn tourist area. The project plans to collect around 300 to 400 tons of waste on rivers, including both plastic and organic waste, while raising awareness of roughly 150,000 locals to create behavioral change in waste management for local communities. The project has an important meaning in cooperative activities to join hands to protect the environment of Vietnam and America, as well as open up sustaining cooperation between Cần Thơ City and CAF organization and Vietnam Union of Science and Technique.
The updated weather forecast don't show up this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again English version, please visit our website, kênh TV.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.